All right, welcome to Creativity Jeopardy. Today we have two creative teachers going head to head in our game, Janice and Patty. Let's see which one of these bright women knows the most about creativity. Our categories today are creativity, tips, myths, techniques, and barriers. The rules of the game are that you must work your way down each column, no skipping to the 50-point questions until the others are gone. If you get the answer correct in the time limit, you earn the points. If you are incorrect, your opponent has the chance to steal the question. All right, are we ready to begin? Okay, so let's just start alphabetically, unless you want to rock, paper, scissors for it, or start alphabetically, Janice. Janice, you want to choose a category?
Let's just do it alphabetically. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Go ahead and choose a category.
I'm just going to start right from the top left. Creativity for 10 points.
All right, creativity for 10. What is creativity?
The creation of new ideas.
I believe we have a correct answer. It is the generation, application, combination, and extension of new ideas. All right, that is 10 points for Janice, and I'm going to let you guys keep track of your own scores today, in case you want some bragging rights for her wins.
Janice has 10.
All right, Patty, what's it going to be for you?
Okay. Well, we've got to go straight down, I think. So how about creativity for 20?
All right. Or you could take 10 for any of the other categories. You just can't jump around.
I can take 10. Well, let's do creativity for 20 since I threw it out there already.
All right, here we go. True or false? Creativity and innovation are the same thing.
Let's go true.
That is correct. Innovation and creativity essentially cover the same basis. New ideas, strategies, principles, and approaches are designed to solve a problem. So creativity and innovation are pretty much the same thing. Nice job, Patty. Janice, back to you.
Thank you.
Let's go tips for 10.
Tips for 10. Hold on. There we go. True or false? Brainstorming is a term that describes mental fatigue and overload, indicating a need for a mental break.
False. That doesn't sound right.
That is correct. That is false. Brainstorming is a technique that generates new ideas. It is not a need for a mental break. Nice job, Janice. That was 10 more for you, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Patty.
20 to 20. Let's do techniques for 10.
Techniques for 10. Let me get to that on my script.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Techniques for 10.
Yeah.
A creativity enhancing procedure that uses some of the principles and methods of active brainstorming, but has members write their ideas while being quiet and thinking before sharing them with the group.
What is the affinity technique?
Ooh, I'm sorry. Janice, would you like to steal?
No, I've got nothing.
The correct answer there is that it is the nominal group technique, which is a highly structured face-to-face brainstorming technique with 4 steps: silent generation, round robin, clarification, and voting, that allow participants to work individually and as a group, which empowers participants by providing an opportunity to have their voices heard and opinions considered by others. And that is from Macmillan 2016.
That's definitely what I meant to say.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then it is back to our original. Make that close. Okay. Our original. So plate bounces back since you both missed that question. So I think back to Patty again. Yes?
Oh, back to me. Okay. Let's go to myths for 10. Techniques apparently is not my category.
Oh, Miss for 10. True or false? Creativity is a mysterious process that can't be learned.
Ooh, false.
You are correct. It can be learned, even though there's not a ton of research about how the brain works creatively in terms of biological and physiological processes. Certain principles and strategies have proven to enhance creativity. According to Kumar's study on creativity among higher secondary students, experiments have shown that individuals trained to think creatively can do much better performance in producing new ideas. Nice job, Patty. So back to you, Janice.
Okay. Let's go creativity for 30.
Oh,
I'm behind, so I need to get some points.
Okay, creativity for 30. True or false? Asynchronous groups that brainstorm electronically never work.
False.
That is correct. Actually, a study of brainstorming with electronic wikis found that electronic brainstorming can be very effective. Sharp and Whaley of 2018 made the following recommendations. These recommendations included the importance of active and timely participation, having a level of trust, and understanding the expectations. Nice job, Janice. Back to you, Patty.
let's do barriers for 10.
Okay. Get to our script here. Barriers for 10. It is yellow brick road or brick wall.
Okay.
Don't seek creative solutions to problems prematurely. Wait until the problems have been clearly identified and analyzed.
Let's go yellow brick road. I'm not sure.
That is correct. That was yellow brick road for 10. Also, be positive. Don't cut off creative efforts with negative and discouraging comments. Nice job. That was Patty, right? So on to Janice.
Let's do tips for 20.
Tips for 20. Gotta find it. Okay, tips for 20. True or false? Brainstorming works best if a group has no clear time limit.
False.
That is correct, right? Setting up an appropriate time limit is always a good idea to generate the best ideas. All right, Patty.
Let's go back to techniques for 20. I need to redeem myself.
Okay. All right. Brainstorming, what kind of brainstorming overcomes some of the disadvantages researchers have discovered in exclusively oral brainstorming?
Let's go with the opposite of oral. Let's say silent.
Very nice. Silent brainstorming. So many people think that working in groups automatically means you have to be extroverted to do a good job. However, research has found that having group members alternate between individual silent brainstorming with group conversation can enhance the quality of ideas. This is because participants in oral brainstorming activities often blurt out evaluative comments like, "That's cool," or "That won't work," according to Beebe and Masterson 2015, page 314. These comments might seem like they're helping move the group forward, but they can also make introverted or anxious group members less likely to share their ideas. Brainstorming techniques like the nominal group technique, the Delphi technique, and the affinity technique all incorporate independent brainstorming at some level. Nice job, Patty. Okay, Janice.
Myths for 20.
Myths for 20. Okay, here we go. True or false? Creative group members should stay quiet to allow others to come up with ideas.
True.
Well, it's a difficult question to steal, but Patty, would you like to explain why?
I think it's false because talking through ideas leads to multiple advantages in the problem solving process. As long as the procedure is well structured, most people will feel comfortable in talking, which will result in the sharing of ideas. In a study of creativity among gifted and talented students, it was discovered in the results that students felt more comfortable working their designated setting. They asked more questions and worked in cooperation with their friends. Had students felt uncomfortable or refused to share out, the exchange of ideas would have been extremely difficult.
Nicely done. Good steal, Patty. So back to you then. It's now your turn.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Barriers for 20.
Okay. All right. Yellow brick road or brick wall? Bigger is better. The more people in a group, the more likely you are to generate creative ideas. 12 to 15 or higher is best.
Let's go brick wall.
That is correct. There we go. It's hard for everyone to contribute equally. Some individuals fear speaking in front of a large group, so they tend to hold their ideas instead of sharing out. Creative thinking is less likely in groups much larger than 12 or 15 people. Okay. All right, back to you, Janice.
All right, let's go big. Creativity for 40.
Creativity for 40. Okay. Sure I'm on the right one here. Okay. Survival of the most what is the best predictor of success?
Fittest.
Fittest?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Makes
Patty,
sense,
would
right?
you like to steal?
Oh,
How about survival of the most creative?
Ding, ding, ding. That is the correct answer.
good job.
Okay.
I mean, it was, yeah, you were so close.
Yeah, it was a tough call. It really was. It's not so much about the survival of the fittest. Instead, longevity in individuals comes from those who are creative, who can problem solve and think of new ways to accomplish a task or conquer a problem. Who needs fitness, right? We just need some creativity. All right.
Exactly.
So back to you, Patty.
How about tips for 30?
Tips for 30. True or false? Brainstorming works best if group members temporarily put aside all judgments and evaluations.
That sounds false.
Ooh, Janice, would you like to steal?
I'd be glad to. I think my only other option is true.
There you go. All right, nicely done. We need to encourage all members. Nicely done. All right, so back to you, Janice.
My lights went out. Hang on.
Oh no. Jeopardy Studios, it's dark.
Studio difficulties.
All right, let's go with myth for 30.
Myths
Myth
for
30.
30. Okay. True or false? Everyone has the potential to be creative.
True.
That is correct. According to Kumar's study of problem solving in higher secondary students, creativity is universal. Every one of us possesses creativity to some degree. It requires a person to abandon a rule-driven environment and replace it with more flexible structures and practices that allow room for something novel and new. So everyone has the potential to be creative. All right, Patty, back to you.
Let's go to techniques for 30.
Okay. True or false? Researchers have always found that people work more diligently if they have an individual assignment than if they have a group assignment.
I feel like that would be true.
Sorry, technical difficulties on my end. That is correct. This often happens because when working with others, it's easy to feel as though someone else will do the work if you don't. It's for this reason that techniques like nominal group, Delphi, and affinity grouping are incredibly beneficial in small group problem-solving situations. Each of these techniques allows for individual brainstorming time, but then requires accountability to the group as well. As a matter of fact, researchers comparing outcomes of groups using traditional oral brainstorming to groups using the nominal group technique have found that nominal groups are very often outperform traditional groups in both number and quality of ideas produced. Bloomstrom et al., 2008. Nicely done. Now I think we're back to Janice. Is that right?
Yep.
Barriers for 30.
All right, barriers for 30. Yellow brick road or brick wall. Find a suitable place to meet and work. Groups will be more creative in a comfortable physical space.
True.
That is
Or
true.
that's what I meant. Like brick wall.
Brick, yellow brick road. Yes. In fact, oh boy, Nazuhat and Yokit, Nahaglu and Akgul hosted the study outside the Nazuhat and Yokit Botanical Garden in Turkey, a place to foster learning and creativity that is outside of the classroom. The researchers stated in their conclusion that student motivation and focus was increased in an out-of-school environment. So next time your kids want to take it outside, might be a good idea. All right, back to you, Patty.
Let's go tips for 40.
Tips for 40. Oh boy, I gotta find it. Okay, here we go. True or false? Piggybacking off someone else's idea is useful.
That's got to be true.
It is indeed true. It is not stealing or cheating. It actually is helpful. Good job. All right, Janice.
Tips for 50.
Tips for 50. She's going big right away here. Tips for 50. True or false, there is no need to record ideas at the end of the session.
False.
That is correct, right? We got to keep track of those good ideas to put them into action. Somebody's got to be keeping track. Good job. All right, Patty.
Let's go for techniques for 40.
Techniques for 40. Here we go. This method has been called absentee brainstorming because individuals share ideas in writing or via email without meeting face to face.
That sounds like the Delphi technique.
That is correct. Similar to the nominal group technique, the Delphi technique includes several rounds of brainstorming, ranking or voting, and evaluating ideas, but it has the added benefit of allowing group members to work together even if they can't be in the same space. This is definitely a benefit, especially today when so many people are working from home. One drawback, though, is that this can be a very time-consuming strategy. In one analysis of pharmacy literature in which researchers utilized the Delphi technique, the article's authors found that the process, quote, can take weeks or months to conclude, especially if multiple rounds are undertaken. That is Macmillan 2016. Okay. All right, back to you, Janice, right?
Yep. Myths for 40.
Myths for 40. Okay. True or false? Only a few gifted people are creative.
False.
You are correct, right? An entire study was conducted on this exact idea. The findings were clear. There is not a meaningful difference between the IQ score and creativity level of students. Even though students with high test scores tend to create more ideas that are flexible and original, Nahuglo and Akgul discovered there isn't a difference between the study groups in terms of being able to generate and elaborate ideas. All right, Patty.
Let's go creativity for 50.
Okay. One moment. Okay. What are the 6 elements of creative problem solving?
Whoa, okay, 6 of them.
Yes.
You've got to find a lot of things. 6, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
I think there's math finding, data finding, problem finding, idea finding, solution finding, and acceptance finding.
Oh my goodness, that is definitely a 50-point question, and congratulations. I think you got them all. Nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, Janice. It's getting tight
I
here.
can't compete with that. That was a great answer. Barriers for 40.
Okay. Barriers for 40. Yellow brick road or brick wall. Give groups enough time to be creative.
Yellow brick road.
That is correct. In a 20, no, sorry, I don't have anything to say for that one. That's just a good idea. Nicely done, Janice.
Yeah. Don't
Okay.
rush the ideas. Don't rush the thinking process. Give them time and it unfolds naturally.
There you go. All right, Patty, what's it going to be?
Let's go myths for 50.
Myths for 50. Okay. True or false? For groups to function properly, members should have the same level of experience and education.
I think that's false.
I
would suck
believe
if it
you
were
are
true.
correct. Yes, according to a 2012 study, quote, all groups ranked the need to identify and work effectively with a senior mentor as an important unmet professional development need, according to Colin Emmerich, Balbley, and Sketley in 2012. It's important to have a mentor sometimes in the group dynamic to lead people. Okay, down to the final 2. Janice, what's it going to be?
What are the categories at the top there?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Techniques for 50, please.
Techniques for 50. Here we go, folks. A method for sorting through and organizing ideas in which group members write ideas on Post-it notes.
Not a clue. Sorry. I don't know.
Patty, would you like to steal?
Is it the Post-it technique?
Ooh,
I bet it's the Post-it technique.
it is not. It is the affinity technique. It's called the affinity technique because after participants have individually brainstormed ideas and put each of them on their own Post-it note and sticks them on a wall or a table, the group discusses how ideas have affinity, how they are similar. The procedure for this technique is much more flexible than ones like the nominal group technique or the Delphi technique, but research found that one characteristic of the affinity technique is important to remember. Ideas need to be written on paper. In one study in which researchers interviewed people who have used the affinity technique in real life, almost all interviewees expressed a strong awareness of the tangibility of the paper notes and the physical manipulation of them. That is according to Harbo and Huang of 2015, and cited this as one of the major benefits of using the affinity technique. We have just one
Fair
question
enough.
left. I can't remember whose turn it is. Is it Patty?
I think it's me. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
For 50.
Barriers for 50. Here we go. Yellow brick road or brick wall. Hands-on activities are distracting and slow the brainstorming process.
Well, based on what we just learned about paper, and the affinity technique, I'm going to say that is brick wall.
You are correct. Can I get that to show better? There we go. In a 2013 study in which students used yo-yos to brainstorm about physics principles, in the written comments, the words and phrases most frequently used by students included fun, play, hands-on, and real life, according to Ning of 2013. And this concludes our Jeopardy game for today. Do we have total scores or did we not keep track? We didn't keep track of our
I
scores.
lost track somewhere.
Well, you
I lost
both
track
did
too,
an
but I'm pretty sure
amazing
Patty
job.
won.
This was an excellent
Thank you.
example of some creativity working together, and really excellent job today, ladies. You should feel very proud of your work on our So You Think You Know creative grouping game. There we go. So I'm going to
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
move that down. Stop share. Okay. All right, I stopped recording. I didn't mean to stop my video. Let's start video. But I stopped the recording. So I think we should be good.
It says it's still recording.
It says
I don't
it's
know.
recording.
I think it says it's still recording.
That's what's
The
recorded.
top.
It does say it's recording.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Stop share. Does say it's